Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Where's the camera? That's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. That's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. That's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm looking tired. Let me tell you something. I went to Knott's Berry Farm and I'm wore out, okay? Not only that, thank God, thank God I got some sleep, you know. Let me check the sound to make sure everything is good. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching the videos. Matter of fact, let me address something. I got 1.5 thousand um not subscribers but views on my basketball wives video. I'm really proud of myself. This is the first time that one of my lives has hit 1,000. I know my shorts usually hit 1,000 or the hundreds, so it just shows me that I'm progressing and that I just need to keep moving forward. I want to thank you guys for viewing my videos. I really appreciate the um, reviews that you guys tuning in, um, and progressing my channel. You guys um, give me how can I say, the um, will to continue to get on here and provide you guys with my viewpoints, my content, my perspective, my energy, my personality, whatever you want to call it, right? And I just really appreciate you guys. I did gain a couple of new subscribers, so thank you. Kudos to you. Appreciate you guys. I did gain. Okay, so the sound is good. I do want to let you guys know that I didn't took off my background because it's like OBS and StreamYard together. It's kind of like making my video slow. And I'll explain my hair in a second, okay? Um, but let me get back into what I was saying. So as far as Knott's Berry Farm yesterday, I took my baby to Knott's Farm to have a good time. Let me tell you something. For $200, it wasn't worth it to me. The rides that I wanted to get on was down. The orange spinny one that you first walk in, you go to the right. Like it's one of the first rides you see that's, middle age level. And then I think what else was down? It was another ride. The train was down. Um Ghost Rider is gonna be like 5 hours long to even get to the ride. So my baby wanted to just get on the log ride and this other water ride, and we just kept going back and forth. But for $200, I was like, shoot, I could have did that at the park. Okay, it's not worth $200. The food was trash. Thankfully, thankfully I parked somewhere else and just took the bus the rest of the way. But I was like, I ain't gonna complain, but in my head I was like, this is some BS. I don't want to spend my money on it, so I have to think of something to do better next time. So whoever comes in, please like the video. So I wanted to bring you guys a video because I read this article about situationships, right? Let me let y'all see my hair fully. And it just resonated to me. It spoke volume to me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But the thing was, when I was reading it, I forgot to copy it, and then when I went back to try to copy it, it was gone. I couldn't find it anymore, and I'm really pissed about it though. But I found something that's kind of similar to it, and so hopefully it could help you guys out the way it helped me out. It's helping me out. I just got out of a situationship and whatever, right? So I wanted to share with you guys. So let me try to share my video, um, my screen with you guys. So the reason why I have my hair like this because I just woke up and I woke up like this. Okay, like I said, I went to Knott's Berry Farm yesterday and I was looking okay, normal. I was tired as hell. I know that. But I had a good time. with my baby. I was glad he had a good time. I was happy when I came home or whatever. But I don't want to do that crap no more. Running around parks is not my thing to do. I don't know what my thing is to do. I do. It's to smoke and relax and just do nothing. Which is what I plan on doing today is do nothing and just stay at home and relax. Um which is why I got my hair like this and don't give a damn. But I wanted to do a video um about the situationship. So let me get my stuff together in my hair. I love being black because you can just do whatever you want with your hair. You know, I woke up like that, but then look at this. Okay, it just comes back together. That's what it means to be black. You know, I ain't gotta put no brush through it, nothing. Just shape it up, shape it up. Okay, let me stop playing with y'all. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can I tell y'all something else though? No. Um, if you can't take care of your household, don't have kids. Okay, that irks my soul when people have children and they can't run their own household. I be like, mother sucker, num num. Shut your ass up. Okay. Um. So don't y'all be sending me nothing either. Okay. Don't be sending me nothing. Okay. So, listen. This is brought to you by Hadestian Times. I don't know where Hadestian Time is, okay? Um it may be Indian or something. I don't know how to say the writer's name. I'm not even gonna butcher her name. Let's see if they have a picture to go with it. But this is the writer. Okay, it doesn't have a picture to go with it. So it's the title is How Do You Get Out of a Situationship? Expert Offers Tips. Okay, you guys can see it. So let's get into it. It says, the desire to be loved is something that many of us have in common. Now, I haven't read this article, so I may stammer a little bit. The one that I read, I wasn't able to find, like I said. However, there are times when we do not find people who are receptive or ready for it at a particular moment. At this point, you may unintentionally find yourself in a situationship which is a vague relationship, romantic relationship that borders a partnership but lacks commitment. And I'm like, yes, I don't want to say we all find ourselves in that situation because some people are able to observe and get out of things when they notice that, oh, this is not going in the direction that I see my relationship to go into. And so they kind of, you know, escape it until they don't find themselves. So I don't want to say everybody, but most of us, we do find ourselves in situationships. I'm also distracted because of things that's going on in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but haters gonna hate. You know, I didn't know I had fans. Like I got true in-person fans. I didn't know that, but I guess I guess we're wrong. It can be difficult to determine how well you connect with someone you've been seeing for a long time if you haven't had the uncomfortable "what are we" conversation. I don't like that. I hate those conversations. I'm gonna be real with you. When you have to say, "So where's this going? What do you want?" And then they look at you like, "Well, we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna see where it goes." No, no. If we're not going in the same direction right now, we can go our separate ways, is what I've learned recently. But anyways, it says, however, situationships frequently have a deadline. They either end or evolve into a committed partnership. Excuse me. It's possible that one will begin to desire more and the other won't. It can be difficult to end a situationship, but it is critical to put your emotional health first and look for a partner who shares your value. And I find that to be true. I learned that it is not healthy to constantly get into situations where you're not communicating, you don't know what this person wants, and think that it's going to evolve into a relationship. That's not how life works. Okay. Um, if you can't talk, if you can't, how can I say, if you can't get on the same page, it's best to just leave it at the beginning, because then your emotions won't be involved and then you don't have any attachments. It's easy for you to detach. Um, where was I? It could be difficult to end a situationship, but critical to, yes. A situationship is a romantic relationship that lacks clear definition or commitment. Partners are emotionally and physically intimate, spend time together, but one or both won't define the relationship or set boundaries, says Kesley Wandoin, dating coach and licensed therapist, in her recent Instagram post. She further shares tips to get out of a situationship. Now, I rarely see, I think it's like really career driven women who do it, but I rarely see women in these situationships. You know, I lately it's dudes that's getting involved in these situationships, but you know, who is allowing it? We are, as women. They wouldn't do it if we didn't allow it. Okay. Is that it? Where is it? Okay, I must be missing something. Okay, I don't know where the rest of the article is. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, so let's see if this other one will help us out. Mm, mm. How come you can't just switch over? Okay, so it says 10 tips to identify and avoid toxic situations in modern dating. Here are 10 tips to help you identify and avoid situationships, building healthier romantic connection, and find clarity and fulfillment in your relationship. In today's dating world, it can be difficult to navigate the gray areas between casual dating and a committed relationship. Situationships have become increasingly prevalent, leaving many individuals feeling uncertain and emotionally drained. These type of relationships often lack clear boundaries, commitment, and labels, which can lead to confusion and frustration. While situationships may seem convenient at first, they can quickly turn toxic and leave you feeling unfulfilled. That's why it's essential to learn how to identify and avoid situationships before they take a toll on your emotional well being. By implementing some strategies, you can improve your choices of finding a meaningful and lasting connection with someone who shares your values and goals. First, be honest with yourself about what you want, what you're ready for, and which you won't settle for. Now, I find this area very difficult because I know that I am not ready for, I mean, I know that I want a relationship, but I don't think I'm ready for a relationship because I still have to deal with my emotions, my anger issue, maintaining a household, as I mentioned. I know how to run my house, but I'm not a cooker. Damn sure don't like cooking. I mean cleaning. You know, I need like chefs, maid, and a stylist and all that stuff. But I'm not rich, so I have to do it myself. And it'd be like some days it'd be hard, some days it'd be motivating. So I know that I still have to work on those things. And I know if I did have a partner, it would be much easier. Look, can we agree on that? In a household, it's easier with two people versus one. I can say that. Two, be clear about your especially sexual boundary standards, core value, and deal breakers. Make a list, and then next to each one, write down why they're important to you. Look, I don't even know if I have boundaries in that area. I don't even know if I have boundaries in that area, but boo boo, I will say that I don't want anyone touching on me because that could cause mixed emotions. I don't want anyone breathing in my ear or nothing like that. I especially like on a first date. When things evolve, you get more comfortable. And that's the thing. Until I'm comfortable, let me make the first move. I get real tense when people start touching my shoulder or anything like that. And then, like I said, it gives mixed signals. But I do have to do better with setting those boundaries. And, I'm actually proud of myself because there was a situation where I was at the gym and this guy, he was, what I deemed as making a move or flirting with me. And I was like, catching it ahead of time. And so when I came to the gym the next day, he put his arms out as if he wanted to hug me. And I was like, I put my hands like, nah, that's not going to happen here. So that's, and he was like, you all right? Like, as if me not giving him a hug was me having a problem with him. And I was like, I don't even know you like that. The people I did hug at the gym, I was either on their team or was familiar with them, was dealing with the situationship, right? And I was comfortable with those people. I didn't really know this person. I talked to him on a couple of occasions, but I didn't know him that well. And I felt like it was on some let me try to get mines. And I was like, nah, I'm not the one. So I was really proud of myself for setting those boundaries, even though because in other situations I feel like I if I don't, I'm wrong. Like I don't know. It's this especially growing up to this big age of mine. It was like you don't want to seem like you're uncool or you don't want to seem like you're a problem or what's the big deal with someone touching or hugging you. It is a big deal because it gives out signals. It tells them that you're willing to allow them to even go further with you. It'll start with a hug and then a grab and then all this stuff. And so um I was really proud of myself in that situation, and I didn't feel any guilt about it either. I was like, and he came back. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And we had a conversation, but it's like you don't get to touch me. Okay, you have no privilege or no right to touch me. My body is a temple, and I'm big on energy too. You can transfer energy. I don't know if y'all seen that Denzel Washington movie where you bump into somebody and that demon passes on to them. No thank you. So I'm like, keep your demons to yourself, okay? Um, Three, find out upfront before the date what they are ready for to avoid wasting your time. If they say they are ready for a relationship, you want to go with the flow and do all the relationship things without commitment, then you have your answer so to where things are going. Let me say that again. If they say they are ready for a relationship yet want to go with the flow and do all the relationship things without a commitment, then you have your answer as to where things are going. Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that. Now my situationship was like, okay, I'm in a situation already. We can hang out and be friends, and then if you ever want to hang out, we can go from there. And I was like, well, I want to actually lead up to a relationship. So we were already on different paths, but I still moved forward with this person. Had a great time, enjoyed the person and everything, but it never turned into a relationship. Even though during the situation was like, we gonna become more. We're gonna be evolve into something more, and it never did. Um, but being clear before you go on your first date, I agree with that 100%, because had I never, even if I were like, nah, okay, well, if you're already in a situation and you're not even really trying to get into a relationship with me, then I don't think me and you are compatible. We're not equally yoked, and I would have been able to better move on with my life. So that's one thing I wish I would have done differently. Not regret per se, but would have stood on and valued myself in. 4, deciding how long you'll date someone before you move on if they're aren't progressing. If things aren't progressing, vague answers around their desire to be in a relationship means it's time to move on. Me personally, I don't like to waste my time. And I'm impatient. I am totally impatient. Um, Before I move on, I would say before 6 months, but I'm like, I want to be married in 2 years. And if I'm in a relationship, 2 years from the relationship starting point. So for me, it'll probably be 3 months, probably not even that, a month to 3 months for me. If I don't see things moving into a relationship and I see you being kind of sneaky, reserved, you're not doing relationship things, you don't value what I bring to you, is like, I'm wasting my time, is what I'm learning. I'm have not, I haven't been in a relationship since, I don't even think my son's father was a relationship according to him. So high school, like, if you want to be real, and I'm just being real with myself. So I'm big 33. I've been in situationships since I don't know when. So I'm learning that, whatever I want, to ask for it and stand on it and be able to walk away from it. I don't care how fine a man is, how the thirst is real right now, okay? And I know people be proud of themselves and say, I'm not thirsty. I'm thirsty. Okay, I have needs. But let's move on, because this video, I don't want it to be too long for you guys. 5, practice healthy detachment as you engage them in the dating process. Gather data and actually pay attention to what you learn. Okay, because sometimes we are delusional. We come up with scenarios in our head like, they touched me like this. That must mean they like me. That's me. Okay, that's me. I'm not saying that's y'all. That's me. Um, 6, pay attention to whether you actually like them versus allowing the anxiety around their acceptance of you to fuel your attraction. Okay, loneliness will have you doing stupid stuff. Like, well, I like when he does this. It don't make me feel comfortable, but he does make me laugh. Whatever, some stupid scenario, we have to be like, no, I'm not allowing this, no matter how much I enjoy this person. When you're in a relationship, yes, you are supposed to be able to deal with things because you're two different people, but not crossing your boundaries. 7, avoid romanticizing, fantasizing future paces and efforts to fast forward the relationship. Healthy detachment. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm over here thinking about our wedding day. I'm thinking about even sexual moves I want to do, and it's like, you can't do that because you're creating a life without the work. 8, if you've been dating someone for a while and don't know where the relationship is going, it's important to speak up and have an honest conversation about it. This can help clarify expectations and avoid wasting time in a relationship that may be going in the direction you want. I think they already said that, which is why you're supposed to say it before, the first date. But okay. 9, honor your boundaries as a way to model how you want them to be respected and how you want to be treated. Yes, I definitely learned that I have been mistreating myself. It's not the person that I've been talking to or dealing with. It is me who has been mistreating myself because I'm the one that's allowing this person to do these things. So if I let them know or move in a way that lets them know I won't be dealing with this, I found silence is the best discipline or better best correction on how a person will treat you when you still give them your energy and your time. They feel like, well, it's not that big of a deal because I'm still getting what I want. I want your time, I want your attention. You have to be silent and absent from the situation. 10, even if they tell you they want a relationship, make sure their words matches their action and walk away if they don't. They want to take you on a trip, meet the kids and take vacations yet. Go with the flow and see other people and have no commitment. Nope. And I mean, it be feeling so good when you are like in a family situation, in a family dynamic, but then people are being sneaky, having multiple people. I was low key shocked when I found out about it. I was like, oh, there's multiple. Okay. And me, I'm not that type of person to talk to multiple people. I just never have been. I can't keep up with people's name. I don't play those games. I don't toy with people's feelings because I know how it feels to find out that you're not the only one. Okay. So I mean, ever since I've lost my virginity, you could say I just don't. I have. I have. I'm not gonna say I'm above it. I have been in a place where I don't know how to deal with my emotions. And I was like, "Oh, you're not talking to me? Oh, I can't get access to you. And I'm really whatever. Let me go talk to old boy then. Let me go find old boy. He trying to get at me, and that urge is up there. So yeah, I'm just like, we have to definitely learn how to deal with our emotions. We have to definitely tell ourselves the truth, and we cannot create fantasies that's not true. Focus on what the person is saying. Which side is that? Focus on what the person is saying. Excuse me, what they're doing and not what they're saying, right? We can't believe when a person tells you who they are, believe them, right? I know Maya Angelou was an Aries. Team Aries, Team Aries. But anyways, so the next article I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see which one I want to do first. I don't have. Where is the one? Hold on a second, because it was one about Simone Biles too. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, okay. Let me look it up real quick. All right. Let me tell you something else I've learned as an adult especially about silence. Your reaction, you don't always need to react to things. Let people play themselves. Let people play themselves. Because all you're going to do is look like the villain in a story. And that ain't even it. Let me see if that's it. I'll be mad if I can't find it. No. Shoot. Guys, I had an article about Simone Biles, her step parent. Something about her step parent. This is crazy. Nope. Let me try one more. All right, guys. And I mean, it was juicy too. So I'm really pissed. Mm. Yeah, I heard about that article I'm referring to with Simone Biles. Her actual mother said something about the adoption. Let me see. If these are not it, then we just gonna have to move on. Mm-mm. Okay, I don't know what the freak happened because I definitely remember copying it so that I could bring it to you guys. Okay. I found it. I found it. Maybe. Okay, yes. All right. Thank you guys for waiting patiently. Let me bring it up. So that's the first one I want to bring to you guys besides this one. All right, I got it. Relax. Okay. All right. So, let me make sure ain't nothing going to pop up. Okay, cool. So it says Simone Biles' birth mom reveals honest truth about her adoption. And it's written by Paulo Sanko. I believe that's how you say it. So it said, oh, and the article is called Athlon. Okay. Behind the unbridled success of the golden smile of Simone Biles, the most doc- decorated, excuse me. Look, I'm showing my true hands. Decorated U.S. gymnastics and Olympic history is a painful past. At the age of 3, Simone and her 3 siblings found themselves in foster care amid their biological mother's drug and alcohol problems. Simone's grandfather, Ron Biles, and his wife, Nellie Cayetano, ended up adopting Simone and her younger sister, Adria, some years later, while their elder siblings fell into the care of Ron's sister, Harriet. Okay. It was a traumatic experience for Simone and her siblings, to say the least, which speaks volume of her character and her ability to overcome adversity at such a young age. Right now, Biles is widely considered the greatest gymnast in the history of the sports, and her 11 Olympic medals, 4 of them came from the recent concluded Paris Games, are a clear testament to this fact. Simone's biological mother, Shannon Biles, also saw this as an opportunity. Okay. I was just talking to myself this whole time. My bad. I guess I'm gonna have to cut that part out. Okay. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Thank God, because there's a whole bunch of screaming in the background, which is crazy. I'm telling you, people really don't know how to raise kids. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so it says, and I'll just cut that part out. Simone Biles' birth mom reveals honest truth about her adoption, and this is written by Paulo Sango. Sanko. August 16, 2024. I think it was probably updated because did I see this last night? I probably did. But anyways, behind the unbridled success of the golden smile of Simone Biles, the most decorated U.S. gymnast in Olympic history, is a painful past. At the age of 3, Simone and her 3 siblings found themselves in foster care amid their biological mother's drug and alcohol problem. Simone's grandfather, Ron Biles, and his wife, Nellie Cayetano, ended up adopting Simone and her younger sister, Adria. Some years later, while their elder siblings fell into the care of Ron's sister, Harriet, which is beautiful. At least the family got to actually stay together. And the family actually sunk out or seeked out the children to provide them with a home. None of my family did that. It was a traumatic experience for Simone and her siblings, to say the least, which speaks volume to her character and her ability to overcome adversity at such a young age. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Um, right now, Biles is widely considered the greatest gymnast in the history of sports, and her 11 Olympic medals are a clear testament to this. Simone's biological mother, Shannon Biles, also saw this as an opportune time to speak her truth about her own harrowing experience of having to give her children because of her alcohol and substance abuse problem many years ago. It wasn't the right time. Shannon 52 admits that at the time she had no other choice but to give up her children because she wasn't able to care for them. Excuse me. Speaking to Laura Collins of Daily Mail, Simone's estranged birth mother got brutally honest about how she had to completely take herself out of her children's lives. When we signed the adoption papers, it was like my dad flipped the switch on me. No communication, don't call, and don't visit. Shannon said that's how it was in the beginning. And I felt like it was kind of contradicting what the mother Shannon is saying, because she said she had to give up her children. Nobody can make a parent give up their children. 2, she said she walked out their lives, right? She had to completely remove herself out of their life. But what I see is it was her father who had to force her to stay out of the children's lives. And rightfully so. She was on drugs, and he was doing what a parent is supposed to do, protect children from being exposed to unhealthy environments. But moving on, it took me 6 years before I saw my children again. I was respecting my dad to let the kids transition. He felt that was the best thing for them. Mm. You know, I've heard that before, to take yourself out of the situation and allow them to transition. But I'm like, why can't you guys just, I mean, in other situations, not the situation, it's obvious why he would ask her to stay out of the children's life because of her substance abuse. And I would like to know what that substance abuse was. But, because people say marijuana, I'm like, no. But in other situations where it's just, the parents not liking each other, and it's like, well, if you want me to have the kids, I don't want you around. That's not cool. Um, it was hard to give up my kids, but I had to do what I had to do. I was I wasn't able to care for them. I was still using, and he didn't want me coming in and out of their lives when I wasn't right. I said that when I was out of the room, I guess, got kicked out. That's the thing. He was protecting them from your disappointments, your substance abuse, you coming in and out of their lives, you exposing them to that harsh environment. What a parent's supposed to do. Sharon confessed that she constantly fought with her father to be able to see Simone and her siblings, which is retrospect is something Shannon admits was wrong of her. Yes, that's right. Hold on a second. I was hard headed. I didn't care, screaming, "I want to see my kids. Why are you doing this to me?" She continues. And I mean that's what children do. They sit up there and they focus on themselves. They don't see the bigger picture in the situation. They just see what they want. I want instead of it being, well, this what it has to be. Um this is for the best for the children. It's not like I want to do this to you. It's I want you to have your life together. I want you to have your children. But if you're not going to do right, then I'm not going to put these children in harm's way. Okay. Don't children always say that? Why are you doing this to me? Child, like I want to do something to you. I didn't understand at the time, but years later, I understood why I had to deal with me first. Now, I do appreciate her taking accountability of herself. Sorry. I do appreciate her taking accountability of herself um, in her actions, because it ain't nobody else's fault but hers. I won't say it like that, but we all make our own choices that lead to consequences. At this point, Shannon and Simone do not have a close relationship. Shannon revealed that she is able to speak to Simone from time to time, but it is clear that they are not exactly on the best terms. What I hear about Simone, I hear through my dad. Shannon added, I speak to my dad all the time. We're good now. I want to let her know I love her and I'm very proud of her, but I'm still waiting. I can't keep dwelling on it. Whenever she's ready, I'm here and willing to receive. That's exactly how you have to do it. Now, I don't think you should have spoke on it today at this time while she's in Paris. I mean, you could have spoke on this years after her career. But you never know what's tomorrow going to lead. All right. So that's Simone Biles' article. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see. So it says DNA leads police to arrest mother in 1987 California baby death. I'm so annoyed because I'm just like, why everything gotta be in California? I mean, we have beautiful sunshine. Why can't we just enjoy that? Okay, let's see. So it says DNA leads police to the arrest of mother in 1987 California baby death. This is written by Melissa Alonso and Stephen L. Macy. I'm trying to see, where is that? Have y'all ever read something about y'all city and then just be looking close, like, where is that? Oh, it's Riverside? Okay. I don't know Riverside. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get into the article. I want to see if it showed. Okay. So it says CNN cold case investigators have arrested a 55-year-old woman in North Carolina in connection with the death of a newborn girl found in a California dumpster 37 years ago, according to the Riverside Police Department. Brenda? No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Through DNA tests, detectives identified the baby's mother as Melissa Jean Allen Avila. Police said in a Thursday news release, Avila is charged with murder according to a criminal complaint. CNN has made efforts to reach Avila and has reached out to her public defender. Avila made an initial appearance in court Wednesday and was released on her own recognizance through an agreement between the prosecutor and defense, according to John Hall, a spokesperson for the River County District Attorney Office. Now, I was going to say, I don't think this is a black woman because her last name is Avila. And as I'm scrolling down, I can see the forehead. I think she's a white woman. But for her to be released on her own recognizance after how many years? 38-year uh cold case of a baby that was dumped in a dumpster, and I guess she probably hasn't committed any other crimes since that situation. But still, we all know if it was a black person, they would be in jail still. So I just, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Um, where was I? The newborn had been found deceased in a dumpster in Riverside on October 13, 1987, by a man rummaging for recyclables, police said in the release. Homicide investigators were unable to identify a suspect, and the case went unsolved for nearly 40 years. In 2020, the department's new homicide cold case unit reopened the case. Because I'm like, DNA has been available for how long? And you guys are barely opening this case? Police said they worked with Othram, a testing company with funding from Season of Justice, a nonprofit that provides financial assistance for investigative agencies and families to help solve cold cases with advanced DNA analysis solutions and forensic genealogy or genealogy. Um, this should be where the police funds should be going to, not weapons. Okay, not weapons and killing supplies. Excuse me on the K word, but lethal weapons here. We need actual funds. I just don't understand the government. We need actual funds to solve and close these cases. There's people just walking around living their lives for 30 some years, 50 years, going to jail in their 70s and dying 2 years later with free meals and a cot. That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, let me see. Police said they worked with Othram, a DNA company, with funds. Did I already read that? Uh, they said they work with Anthem, a DNA testing company with funds from Seasons of Justice, a nonprofit that provided financial assistance for investigative agencies and families to help solve cold cases with advanced DNA analysis solutions and forensic genealogy. I think I did. In November 2021, Atherin was able to get DNA from evidence in the case and build a profile for the baby. According to its website, the police agency forensic genetics genealogy team then developed new leads that led to potential relatives. Anthem assisted with investigators reference testing efforts using a method of testing that allow investigators to infer kinship in close and distantly related individuals, the company said. Avila was taken into custody in Shelby, North Carolina, which is about 45 miles west of Charlotte. Avila was 19 at the time of the baby's death. There was no evidence the baby's father had any link to the case, police said. Now, as a 19-year-old, if we all recall when we were 19, we did a lot of stupid stuff. Now, I've never took a life. I thought about it plenty of times, and I was capable of doing it, but actually acting it out, I have not. But we all do dumb stuff at 19. I'm not making excuses for her, but again, that emotional development, that frontal lobe is not fully developed. We have to take those things into consideration at some point. She got it together. She's 55 now. And I mean, at any point she could have came in and turned herself in and said, I was wrong. We have to be able to learn how to take responsibility, which tells me she probably not even all the way there still, emotionally or in adulthood. Because adulting, it means taking responsibility of things you don't necessarily want to. I mean, we all want to get away with murder, with crimes and stuff. It's not like I'm gonna go to the police right now and be like, I jaywalked yesterday. But if it's a serious crime, you should be more than willing to take responsibility and accountability for your actions. Okay, so moving on. Thanks to the persistent efforts of our investigators and partners, this victim has now has an identity, bringing solution to the bringing resolution to the case. Riverside Police Chief Larry Gonzalez said, "We will remain dedicated to seeking justice for homicide victims and ensuring their families find closure." Avila's arraignment is scheduled for September 9th, according to the DA's office, and she should be in jail that whole time so she can get mollywalked up and down that damn jailhouse. That's how they learn a lesson, by getting that behind whooped. That's a part of the discipline. But okay, last one, and then I'm gonna go because I don't like to have a video over an hour, and then when I edit it, it'll be below an hour. And my mouth is juicy because I'm hungry. Hold on a second. So this next article, I wonder if they're gonna reopen this one. It's from the Huff Post. They got Huffington Huff Post. Let me make sure my information ain't gonna pop up. Okay. So this article says 3 more people named in wrongful death lawsuit after man died in Texas jail. Now we know Texas. I don't know if you know Texas like I know Texas. Who died in Texas? Say her name. Not Breonna Taylor. Uh, Dang, because so many people has passed away. It starts with an S. I can't remember her name. I'm terrible. I do apologize, but it's gonna come to me later. But anyways, 3 more people named in a wrongful death lawsuit after man died in Texas jail. Anthony Johnson, a 31-year-old former Marine, died while in custody in April. 2 jailers have already been charged with murder. Jailers. This is written by Philip Jackson on August 14, 2024. Look at that beautiful man. Mm. Whew. That's somebody's baby daddy or husband. 3 more people have been named in a federal lawsuit filed by the family of a black man who died in a Texas jail earlier this year. The lawsuit alleges that 31-year-old Anthony Johnson Jr. is no longer alive due to the inhumane treatment, lack of compassion, irrigorous, egregious, and unconscionable actions, inexcusable neglect, and cowardice actions of multiple jailers at the Tarrant County Jail. The suit initially named Deputy Rafael Marino and Joe Garcia. Both men were charged with murder in June and subsequently fired from the sheriff's office. In an amended suit filed Sunday night, Johnson's family also named Deputy Jaquivius Simmons, Elijah Mares, and Anthony Naimoian. The lawsuit also listed John Doe Jailer 1 through 10 as defendant. The Tarrant County Sheriff Office did not respond to HuffPost's request for a comment on the amended lawsuit. On April 21st, Johnson, a former Marine, died in custody at the Tarrant County Jail after Marino kneeled on his back during a routine contraband check. What? Contraband? I would like to know what he had that needed to be it was necessary for this man to kneel on his back. I mean, haven't we already learned from the George Floyd situation? Stop kneeling on people. They're human beings. Their organs can be damaged. They could be suffocated. Haven't we learned this already? It's like 1 + 1 is not 2 to these people in this world. Like, we just keep walking into the streets getting hit by buses and vehicles and stuff. We just don't learn from our past mistakes. Surveillance footages from the incident shows deputies surrounding Johnson as they pulled him to the ground during a struggle. Excuse me. A phone video recording released by the sheriff's office shows Marino kneeling on Johnson's back as Johnson shouted that he can't breathe. Was it Eric Garner? We're not learning here. Government, we're not learning. We're just continually doing the same foolery. Johnson was held down by defendant Simmons, Ramirez, Nemoyan, and the John Doe jailers as Marino used body weight force on Johnson to end his life. At no time did defendant Garcia attempt to intervene, although he was in a position to do so, the lawsuit alleges. The lawsuit also says Simmons unjustifiably sprayed pepper spray directly into Johnson's mouth. Is pepper spray for eyes or mouth? We got to read the directions. See, these people shouldn't be in these positions if they don't even know how to use pepper spray. Simmons, Mares, and Nemoans are also accused of punching and kicking Johnson multiple times. The jailer had opportunities to intervene, but did not, according to the lawsuit. That's why I'll be like, you didn't bring these people into this world. It is not necessary to put your hands on people. A simple conversation, what's that word? A civilized conversation would do. And once you realize you can't have a civil conversation with the person, how about you just walk away? How about you just leave? It's not necessary for you to sit up there and be having these a brutal combats. Like, this is ridiculous. And taking people's lives over what? We still haven't heard what the contraband was. What was this contraband? Johnson's family previously told HuffPost that he had not slept for 2 days and had recently gone to a mental health hospital due to having schizophrenic episodes. So first you take this man out into a wilderness, out into an environment that he's not familiar with, to take people's lives that he don't even know why he's taking people's lives because you just told him to do so. He comes back with mental illnesses, trauma, PTSD, and he is just allowed to be taken out of this world by some people who ain't probably even served in the military to protect this country, to do the job that you hired him to do. For a fraction, not even a fraction, for a small percentage that you were provided billions and billions of dollars to support this quote unquote warfare that y'all doing. But he gets to come home and be taken out this world over what? Still, we're still waiting. And if you know he has a mental episode or a mental disorder or like you said, a mental episode, why would you escalate it to this point? Why would you not seek medical assistance? Which is why the police officers need to stop acting like they are gods. They can just do everything. They are the judge and the executioner. I'm getting tired of the same narrative, man. The lawsuit alleges that the incident is representative of the culture at the jail. I'm sure it is. I can't think of her name, but I just don't understand how this lady died in jail and how she just was dangling. You know, I can't think of her name right now. The defendant's jailers were acting pursuant to the custom, policies, and training or lack thereof received from TCSO, all of which were the moving force in the death of Johnson. The suit reads, the attack on Johnson was not an isolated incident, but rather the result of a pattern and practice developed under the leadership and director of Sheriff Bill Weisberg, born and Executive Chief Deputy Charles Eckert, a ratified by the Tarrant County Commissioners. So I think, oh girl, I can't think of her name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But her case should be reopened if this is how things are ran. That sounds like a cover up to me. Oh man, I'm mad I can't think of her name. In July, HuffPost reported that 64 people have died in the jail since Wayborn was elected sheriff in 2017. Now it's really making me want to go look up who old girl was. Give me a second. Let me look it up. What's her name? Sandra Bland. Lord, it was going to kill me. It was going to kill me. Oh, in 2015. Okay. I still think it should be open. But reopen, excuse me. Local residents and officials have called for Wayne Burns to resign from after Johnson's death. Tarrant County Commissioner Alicia Simmons reportedly requested a briefing with the sheriff officers earlier this month, but no one from the office showed up. Johnson's family is calling on the sheriff's office to release the full footage of Johnson's death. The Tarrant County Sheriff Office told HuffPost in a statement it is against policy to release any images of unresponsive or deceased individuals. Now that sounds like some BS to me. Now, in this whole article, we haven't heard what the contraband was. I haven't heard anything. Have y'all heard anything? Do y'all know what the contraband was? I want to know if this commissioner is related to Jaquavius Simmons, because they both got the same last name. I know we all come from a different plantation or whatever, but yeah, this sound like the same old narrative. I don't like that you're black. You said something smart, so I'm gonna whoop your boy into a submission, and then I'm gonna take it to the extent that I'm gonna take your life because I'm the judge and the executioner, and these are hero parks in Texas. But that's in the news with TUO. I hope you guys like it. Please give me your commentary. If you guys have any more information, you guys can send it to me directly in my email or put it in the comments. I'm still tired from yesterday, but I woke up like this and I wanted to bring y'all this in the news. I wanted to see you guys' beautiful comments and faces. You know, I'm gonna try to do what do you call it? Like audience joining in on the conversation. I forgot what you call it, like live stream panels. So if you guys would like to join, let me know. Hit me up if you guys are interested in that, and we can have a full discussion platform. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them.